Hey guys, it's Maddie, and today I'm joined by my sister, Kenzie. Today we are going to be doing a full face using only E.L.F. products. So a lot of these products are new to both of us, so we're kind of going to give our first impressions on them, and yeah, I think that's it, right?
Yes.
Okay, let's go ahead and get started. We are going to prime. So we only have one primer. We have the E.L.F. Tone Adjusting Primer, which is the green one.
It's supposed to be like tone adjusting, but I don't really think it does that, so buyer beware.
But it does feel good on the skin.
Yeah, it feels good, but I don't think it really does anything about redness.
For foundation, we both have our own to try. I have the E.L.F. Moisturizing Foundation Stick that I'm gonna be using.
And I have the E.L.F. Acne Fighting Foundation in Porcelain.
So let's just see. And I'm just gonna be using my beauty blender to blend this in. Okay, so overall, I really like the finish of this. It's more of a natural finish. It's not very full coverage, but it really did like even out my overall skin tone, so I really like it. What about yours?
Yes, so far I like it. I think it covered up pretty well.
Yeah, I feel like yours is definitely more full coverage. For concealer, we're both going to be using the E.L.F. Under Eye Conceal and Highlighter, and I think I'm gonna go ahead and mix both of these under my eyes, and then what are you gonna do?
I'm just gonna use the concealer.
Okay. It doesn't look cakey at all. It's not super full coverage. I can still see a little bit of like darkness right here, but for such an affordable concealer, it looks pretty nice and smooth under the eyes. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I definitely have some that cover more than this, but for like a natural look, I'm not mad about it.
Not bad. Yeah, next we're going to go on to powder. For powder, we have two. We have the E.L.F. Translucent Mattifying Powder, and then we also have their E.L.F. High Definition Under Eye Setting Powder. So I'm gonna use both. Are you gonna use both as well?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna use both.
Okay, so to set my under eyes, I guess I'm going to use the E.L.F. Pointed Foundation Brush just because of the shape of it, and I'm gonna use this for my under eye. And then for the rest of my face, I'm gonna use the mattifying powder, and to apply it, I'm gonna be using the E.L.F. Complexion Brush. It doesn't look cakey anywhere. Normally I feel like it would look cakey right here and like on my chin, and I don't see any cakiness, so I like it so far. What do you think so far?
I just realized that I didn't put like any concealer on breakouts, but I feel like the foundation did a pretty good job of covering it up. There's nothing that's really sticking out.
No, there's none that are really like red or anything. Next, we are going to go into contour, and we have a few different contour bronzer shades. I have the E.L.F. This, I think it was a blush and contour like kit. It's in the shade Fiji Matte. So it has this contour shade and then this blush. And I got this one because this is the only matte bronzer I could find. And then we also have the E.L.F. Golden Bronzer Palette, which we already had. So it has some shades, but they're very illuminating, all of them. So I'm thinking about using this more for my eyes. And then last, we have the E.L.F. Blush Palette that has also one bronzer shade. So for me, I think for contour, I'm gonna use the matte bronzer from this little duo. And then for regular bronzer, I think I'm gonna go in with the one from the blush palette. What are you thinking?
I don't know. I think I might try
that for bronzer too.
For bronzer.
Okay, I'm gonna use the E.L.F. blending brush, which is this really like, it's kind of a fan shape, but it's a thick brush. And I'm gonna use that kind of to carve out my cheekbones with this matte bronzer first. Now I'm gonna go into the E.L.F. Blush Palette, and this one does kind of look a little orange, but we're gonna try it out. The bronzer shade in the blush palette and use that to bronze up my skin. For blush, I'm going to be using the Contour and Blush Kit, and I'm going to be using the blush shade. And which one are you going to use?
I'm going to try this one out. It looks like it has a little bit of glitter, which is kind of scaring me, but you know, we're just going to test it out.
Okay, I really like this blush. I think this is one of my favorite products so far that I've used on my face from E.L.F. It's like a matte blush, which I like, and it's just like a very natural looking blush. I kind of went ham on it, but I really like the blush. What do you think about yours?
I like it. I don't think it looks that glittery, so.
Next, I'm going to go ahead, I think, and do my brows. What are you gonna do next?
Yeah, I think I'll probably just do this.
Set them, okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to actually use this E.L.F. brow pencil. It doesn't have any writing on it, so I don't know what it's called.
I do not have a E.L.F. pencil that matches my eyebrows, so I'm just going to set them with the Clear Brow and Lash Mascara.
Okay, I think I'm done with the brow pencil. I kind of went for like a natural brow just because my NYX Micro Brow, which is like my favorite, has a very thin tip, but as you can tell, this one kind of is a little bit thicker, so it's harder to get like hair-like strokes. So I kind of went just more natural, and I'm going to set mine using the same thing. Next, we are going to go on to the eyes, and I'm going to be using the E.L.F. Bronzer and blush set as my transition shade. And then I actually have these cool products. They are the E.L.F. Molten Liquid Eyeshadows. So they're like liquid shadows, and I'm gonna be using this on my lid. What are you gonna do?
I am going to do the same bronzer as my transition shade, and then I'm going to use the E.L.F. Golden Bronzer.
So I'm actually going to take this, I'm gonna take the pink shade, and I'm gonna buff that into my crease as well. I think I've gotten all that down. Now I'm going to go into the E.L.F. Molten Liquid Shadow in the shade Rose Gold, and I'm gonna be putting this all over my lid. And it's kind of burning my eyelids, to be honest.
I'm gonna try the Pinktastic Highlight.
It's actually a blush, I think.
Oh.
I think it's a
Blush?
Pinktastic Baked Blush, but a lot of people use it as a highlight. So are you gonna use that?
I'm gonna try to put that over what I just did.
So the eyes are done. Overall, I really like the transition colors. I'm kind of a little bit disappointed in these. They honestly burn on my eye. And
they're really pretty, but I don't
And
think
honestly,
they're
I mean, look, now that it's kind of dried down, it looks a little splotchy. Do you see that? Like, it's not as
there's some
full,
places
like,
that it looks more intense than others.
which I only did like
Close
one
to your
and a
lash
half.
line and stuff.
Yeah, like 1.5 layers. So maybe if you layered it up a little more, I mean, it's still pretty, but when you look up close, there's definitely some areas that I can see the shadow underneath, which obviously if I'm using that, I don't want to really see the shadow underneath. What do you think?
I mean, it's nothing spectacular. It's just simple.
It works.
Natural, so.
Yeah. For highlight, I think I'm going to be using the, which is ironic, the Golden Bronzer palette. And I think I'm gonna take like this more goldish and pinkish shade and mix them together to create my highlight. What one are you gonna use?
I think I'm gonna try this one that I just used on my eyes on my cheekbones to see what it looks like.
And to do that, I'm gonna use the E.L.F. highlighting brush. Yours is definitely, hers is more like an icy highlight, and mine is more like a goldish highlight, but I really like this as a highlight. I mean, for a bronzer, can't imagine this being anywhere even close to looking good, but as a highlight, I really like it, and I think for deeper skin tones, these darker colors could work as a highlight too.
Yeah.
I think so, yeah. So yeah, I really like that. Next, we are going to go in with mascara, and actually we are going to use the same one, and I know this was literally, I think, 40 cents on the website. So yeah, we're gonna try it out. We went ahead and applied the mascara, and overall I really like it. Compared to other drugstore mascaras that I paid like around $10 for, I think this works a lot better than some of the other ones I've used.
Yeah, it got a little clumpy on one of my eyes, but it's honestly pretty good.
Last, we have lips, and I'm going to be using, this is the scrub. I'm going to be using the E.L.F. I think this is the matte lipsticks they have in the shade Blushing Brown. I really like it.
And I also don't really know how to like
pull
I
out.
definitely don't know how to adult and don't even know how to put on lipsticks because I feel like it just looks like Miranda sings every time I try. Yeah.
And then
Easy to
last but not least, we have the E.L.F. Makeup Mist and Set. Okay guys, so overall, I think I give the E.L.F. brand a thumbs up. I already knew that there was a good amount of stuff that I liked from E.L.F. I will never count out a makeup brand just because it's drugstore. I love drugstore brands, and honestly, E.L.F. is one of my favorite drugstore brands because I feel like for such a cheap price, they have some very good products. So if you guys like this video and you want to see more one brand tutorials or some videos with Kenzie, then give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button and leave any comments on future videos you want to see, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.